Welcome. How's everybody doing? Good afternoon. It's 1:16 in the afternoon. It's 106 outside. Let's see who's in here. Hey, Rob. What's up? What's up? Welcome. Yeah, going to work. Alrighty. How you doing, Rob? You doing good? Let's see who else is in here. Bud, what's up? Welcome, welcome. Spare ribs, 199. Wow. Squash, tomatoes. Avocados. It's not bad. Still have the other ones. Alrighty. Alrighty. Let's go. Yeah, I'll be on the road here for about 45 minutes to 50 minutes. Going to work. In the chat when I get to work. Welcome everybody. Check out my family and friends list. Check out my regular list. Check out my community tab. Check out all those amazing channels on there. Got on my family and friends list, we got Iron Dog, we have Kirkwood, we have My Animal House, we have My Animal House, we have Derek Reptiles, we have Big D's Pythons, we have what else we have? We have Ortiz constrictors. We have KY constrictors. We have TNT balls. We have, who else we have on there? We have James Skype Guy. We have Spider Mom. We got Spider Mom. We got Mark the Spider Guy. We have Sherry Matcat. And let's see, I believe I got everybody. If I missed anybody, go check out the list. And go check out those other amazing channels on my community tab. We got Chef Sketty. We have Nora. She's the explorer, the stock explorer. She's a great channel. We got fantastic cards and coins guru. We have Nitro Freak. We have John Paul. Go check out his channel. We got Brooklyn. She's from Brooklyn, New York, of course. Go check out her channel. We have, let's see, what other channels we got? We got Venus Martinez. She's from Canada. She speaks English and Spanish. Habla español. We have, who else we got out there? We got Catfish Terry. We have Magnet, Squirrel Magnet Fishing. Who else we got? Yeah, we got a lot of amazing channels on there. We have Zelda. He's from Indonesia. He races Hot Wheels. Go check him out. We got Tony Diecast. He does Hot Wheels also. We have from the Philippines. We have Mondel. We have MDT. We have Zaya. Those are from the Philippines. Go check them out. Go check out Rob. He's in the chat. Check out Bud. He's in the chat. Go check out UK Medic also. That's another amazing channel. He's from the UK. And he drives an ambulance, and I believe he also flies a helicopter. So he also flies a helicopter, I believe. That's what he said one time. But go check him out. He's a great channel also. What else? Who else is on the list? On the community tab. Yeah, we got Scott's internet. Oh, here it is. Get back. There's the ones like that you see in the movies, with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Go to the chopper. Go to the chopper. But yeah. So how's everybody doing? Make sure to spread all that love around. Let's see if this car gonna try to come this way. I guess better slow down. So I'm gonna get out of the way. Big ass truck, tow truck with a semi, pulling a semi. Yeah. It's Tuesday afternoon. 1:28 in the afternoon here. 100 degrees outside now that we're moving. But it was 109 standing still. Temperatures are starting to drop. Not too bad. Like in 80s at nighttime. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, look at this guy. He wants to fly. Oh, well, he's from Arizona. What do you expect of that? You don't even signal to get into the lane. Just, I guess I was going too slow. I'm even going a little bit higher than the speed limit. Speed limit's 70 here. So he's going over 80 miles an hour, guys. Yeah. But he's driving safely. Yeah, see, he's pushing everybody out of the way. It's like, get out of the way, get out of the way. I'm in a hurry. I'm running late. I should have got up earlier, but I didn't. What's this truck have here? Bunch of probably bunch of metal stuff. Yeah, it's got a lot of trash, like scrap metal. I'll have to call him back while I'm driving. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Never fails. Well, I guess work was calling, but I'm already headed to work, so I guess I'll have to wait till I get to work to find out what they wanted. It's never good news when their boss wants to call. You know how it goes. Never good news. So we'll see. Damn, this car next to me was like right next to me. Like, what the hell are you doing? Pay attention. Jesus. Like probably on the phone or something. The road curved there, so he was like almost in my lane. Like, damn. Like, pay attention when you're driving, man. See, that's the thing, people, you gotta watch out for other people, man. People don't pay attention while they're driving, man. Like, too busy on their phone or messing with their radio. It's like, you know what? Get your radio going where you want it, whatever music you want, or whatever station. Luckily, my steering wheel has all the buttons for the radio and everything. If I want to change stations or whatever, I can do it. Don't have to look down or anything. Just change stations, from CD to cassette to that what is it called, series music, satellite music. Yeah, they gave me another 3 months free. Every time I go to Toyota and get service, they give me a free trial for 3 months. Free music. But you know what? I don't even listen to music anymore. I used to listen to the radio. Now I'm pretty much listening to YouTube videos or doing live streaming. It's like radio is like, I don't know. I mean, it's good if you're going like on a long trip, you know, like say you gotta go like a 9 hour trip, you know, you can have some good music to listen to, you know. But yeah, it's like, yeah, so I'm like, nah, yeah, just make sure you set your radio, man. So you don't have to be messing with it or looking for CDs or cassettes, you know. If you're the old school, 8 tracks. I don't know. Probably a lot of people don't know what 8 tracks are. That was back in the 70s. They had 8 tracks. That was right before cassettes. Yeah, 8 track players. We had vinyl records. 8 track players. Yeah, but yeah, some people they just don't know how they forget how to drive. I guess it's like when you're in the car, you're supposed to be paying attention to the driving, nothing else. You know, if you have passengers in your car, then let them change the radio. Let them whatever look for whatever you want to look for. You know, but no, then they cause an accident. Oh, I don't know what happened. Well, yeah, you weren't paying attention. Like the UK medic, he was showing a video of a car that I guess the guy was on his phone and flipped over the car, crashed. Yeah. And then he does he has some videos of him driving the ambulance, you know, and has the sirens blaring, you know. You know, here in the US, you know, if there's an ambulance coming behind you or in front of you, you always pull to the side. If you're on like a 2 lane highway, going, coming, just like he was. Here in the US, we pull over, stop, and let the ambulance go through, you know, so he doesn't have to maneuver like through cars and stuff. Man, over there in the UK, I don't know, man. People just don't respect, I guess. They're like in front of the ambulance, and the ambulance is like blaring the sirens, and flashing red or blue lights, you know, and they're like, oh, what? Oh, does he want me to move? You know, and people don't think. You know, they're trying to get to somebody that's dying, somebody that needs saving, but you're preventing them because you're not paying attention. You know, and then you know the funny thing is, well, it's not funny, but imagine if it was one of your relatives or your mom or your dad or your kids. You know, they're trying to get there to save them, but you're like, I ain't moving. So those couple of minutes that you blocked them on the road probably could have saved their life if they didn't make it. You know, people are so you know, they don't think about that. They're just kind of like thinking about themselves, I guess. You know, it's like, oh, I'm running late. I got to get there too. You know, well, it's not gonna kill you. Pull over a couple of seconds and then let them by, and then go on your way afterwards. It's like that's why I always leave early. You know, I leave to work early. You know, and if you know if there's a problem, you know, I have time. You know, like I've had times where I have to go around. You know, they have the they have the road kind of they're working on the road so it's blocked off. So you know, there's other ways to go, but it's like a little bit of a time consuming around. You know, it's just like the trains that are right there at work. You know, that are crossing. You know, but yeah, it's like you need to take care of that stuff. You need to go to work early. You know, I'll get in the slow lane. This car is going about the same speed limit, so and there's a car behind me that's coming up fast. I want to let him go by because he's in a hurry. He's going. He's probably going about, I'd say, either 75 miles per hour or even faster than that. The speed limit is 65 here. So he's going about 10 more miles faster. But, he's in a hurry. Oh, let me see. Am I going to make this light up ahead? Nope. You can make the light. I'll change lanes, get in the fast lane, because I know this truck's going to boom. It's going to take off because it's in a hurry. Yeah, it's in a hurry. It's Nissan Frontier. The other guy's kind of. There we go. Here we go. Look at that. Wow! He's flying. Look at that. Look at him. I can pull ahead of him. There's a semi up ahead. I'll get in the fast lane. There's another fast car behind me. Another one of those speedsters. Look at him. It's a Stingray. I think it's a Kia, or I don't know. It says Sting. I think Stinger. I think it's a Kia Stinger or something like that. I think, but it's a fast car. See, it's even gonna pass that truck. It's even passing the truck that's going 80 miles an hour. Yeah. Yeah, but they're always speeding. Well, we'll see how the traffic is on that 2-lane highway. Yeah, sometimes there's tractors on there or cars that are going real slow. Speed limit is 65 there also, and they're going either 55 or 50, or even slower. The tractors, the farm equipment, they usually going like 35, 45 miles an hour, man. So you gotta really slow down when you come behind those, and then hopefully there's no cars coming so you can pass them. Yeah, they're building a wall up here on that little curve up ahead. They put a cement wall now. Yeah, they had like a cement wall, but then they had some other like metal railings because people keep hitting it. I don't know, but it's because people don't pay attention. There's a little, especially if you're in the fast lane. This kind of curves, and if you're not paying attention, you're gonna run into the wall, and you're gonna mess up your car really bad. Yeah, see, they extended the cement wall even further, so that because they were hitting the end of it. So what they did, they extended the wall more. So now they're not gonna hit the end of it. They're gonna hit like more of the wall, and it'll like bounce them back into the road. Wake their butts up, if they're falling asleep or not paying attention. where it's not gonna damage the car as much, but it's still gonna damage the freaking car. But the other way, it was the car was hitting head on into the railing, This one is going to be like kind of like the corner of the car is going to hit, and it's going to get crunched and thrown back the other way. But hopefully, there's not on the car on the other side. Yeah, because that railing there, I guess they got tired of repairing it. They're like, ah, man, this thing keeps, because they repair it like at least once a month. Somebody crashes into a semi or a car. One time I saw a van, it was all messed up in the front. It like, I guess it reversed and then tried to drive, and it couldn't get very far. It felt, probably the radiator and everything got messed up. Let's see, come on, stay green light. Yeah, this one's a scary light right here because my insurance lady and her husband died there at that intersection. They were on the right side coming. They were coming east. They were going west, coming from the east side, and a truck coming from the south going north ran the red light and killed the husband instantly. He was driving. The wife, she died at the hospital. But yeah, they were in their 50s. I think she was like 50. I think she was like 58, 57. She wasn't very old. Luckily, all her kids were, already married. Bucket on the road there. I didn't make sure I didn't hit it. People drop stuff off the back of their trucks and they don't pick, you know. But yeah, the yeah, it was a pretty bad accident. I mean, and that's why anytime, like, if the light turns green and I'm in the front, I look both ways first, make sure there's nobody running the red light, because I've seen it a lot of times. Semis, they're going too fast, and they're getting up to the light, and then it turns like they're going 65 the speed limit or even faster, and the light turns red on them. They can't stop. If they stop, they're not gonna be able to. They're not gonna be able to. Well, if anybody gets in front of them, they're gonna hit them. They won't be able to stop anyways. So usually, what they'll do, they'll even speed up and honk their horn and blare their horns and bop, like wake up anybody that's gonna try to, at least warn them. But if you're in your car blaring, blasting the music and not paying attention, and you go forward, you're gonna die. Especially if it hits you on your side, I remember back in 79, I was in Phoenix, Arizona, in Glendale, Arizona, to be exact. I went to school over there for automotive, and there was this guy that I knew from the school. We lived in some apartments there, and then I went over to his place, and he's all like, "Hey, I'm gonna go." He had been drinking. He drank a couple of beers. And this guy was real short, real small, and and I'm like, "Hey, are you sure you're okay to drive?" "Oh yeah, I'm okay." "Okay." And then I go with him, and he was driving fine and everything, and he had a big car, 4-door, back in the 70s. It was I think it was an Oldsmobile, 4-door Oldsmobile, and the thing was huge. So we're stopped at a light, and we're gonna turn left. And in Phoenix, this is back in the 70s. There is no left turn arrow. The way you did it, you pull into the middle of the intersection, and when the light turns, yeah, when the light turns from green to yellow, then you pretty much wait for the red light, and then you turn. You know, you turn into the street. So we were there waiting to turn, and the light was yellow. Then the light turned red. As soon as it turned red, we're turning, and I could see this old Chevy truck, or it might have been a Ford, but it was like an old 1960, heavy truck. It's like coming at us, and I told him, step on it, man, because this guy's gonna hit me. He was gonna hit me right on my side, and he stepped on it, and luckily, because he ended up hitting the back window and the back passenger door, like right where the tire was. So he messed up the whole tire. And it's so true, as they say, that you see everything happens like in slow motion. Man, this guy in the front's like going slow, and he's got this trailer. Hopefully he turns here. Yeah, he's turning. That's good. Good. Yeah, this thing was like flying back and forth like crazy. Now hopefully this guy speeds up, goes the speed limit. Come on. Speed limit is 65. Let's go. So then I told my friend, hey, step on it. And then it's so say, when you're like in an accident or something, everything happens in slow motion. Because I saw the accident was like that, like that. It just happened. It hit us, and boom, we were going east. We ended up going west. He turned us completely around, and he was going north, coming from the south. And the thing is, when I told shit, I had to brace myself. And then back then, nobody wore seatbelts, so we didn't have airbags, we didn't have seatbelts. So you're gonna get bounced around. So what I did, I kind of braced myself, bent my knees, and lowered more into the seat. So that way, like nothing gets broken. Then my arm, I kind of put it on the window, now the guy speeded up, man. He like ran real fast. He's like flying. I don't know why he was driving so slow at first. So then my arm, it was on the side of the where the window is on the car, on the passenger side. Jesus. Damn semis, man. Well, at least it was only hay that was flying. Damn, a lot of traffic coming from the other side. So then I put my arm there, and then and then I turned my face away, because if it hit the glass, that shit I knew it was gonna fly in my face, cut me all up. So I turned my face the other way. But then as soon as I felt the blow of the car hitting, I turned my head around, and I could see all the glass on the back for the passenger side in the back seat. Also, the back window was flying, and then I saw the truck, and it's like flying over us, flipping over on its back, and it ended up on its back, and it's like slid. So all of a sudden, you you have that adrenaline rush in your body, and I was like, boom! As soon as the car stopped, I was out of the car, man. because I wasn't wearing a seatbelt or anything. Luckily, he didn't hit the front door, so I could open it up. So I just pushed it open, and I was at the sidewalk. And my friend, same thing. He's like, "Damn!" And then the guy like comes out of this pickup truck, crawling out of the truck, and yelling at us, and he's all, "It's your fault," blah, blah. Like, what? Your fault? You ran the damn red light, dude. So he's all like, and then the cops showed up, and then I'm like, oh man, even if it was the other guy's fault, this guy was, had drank a couple of beers, but the alcohol level back then wasn't as high back then. So the cop, he kind of did a sobriety test, but I think he kind of like the whatever. If he was drunk, he got sober quick after the accident. I don't know what it was. Maybe his heart pumped all that blood in and out of his heart so quick, And he did the sobriety test, and he passed. He's all like, but then he still asked him. He goes, "Hey, have you been drinking?" Because he smelled the alcohol in his breath, of course. And he goes, "Oh, I just had one beer," So and he goes, and that was a while back. Okay. So, the thing is, he did pass the sobriety test, walk a straight line and shit like that. So I was like, oh man. And then, so the cop took down all the information, and then we ended up having to go to court. And then my friend, he got himself a lawyer, he's like, hey, and the lawyer said, oh no, you're going to win the case. This guy who ran the red light, he didn't even, and then he was speeding, because they checked all that stuff, the cops, they because when you slam on the brakes and then your line of rubber and stuff that lays there, you're gonna see how fast they were going. So they checked all that. So we had all that. The cop was there at the court. Oh, and then before the court, this guy, he thought he was going to go intimidate him, because he had his address, because he had all his information. So this guy goes and visit him at the apartment. I was there, and his roommate was there, because this guy, he's like a little bit under 5 feet tall, he's a short guy, So this guy this guy was like 5'8", he was the same size as me, I'm about 220, pounds, and 5'8". I was pretty muscular at the time, and then he shows up, knocks on the door, and we answer the door, and what's going on, what's up, and then he's all like, yeah, you know what, you're gonna pay for my truck and all this and all that, and he's all, no, I'm gonna see you in court, and he's all, no, I'm like, yeah, you're gonna go to court, and then he brought this friend of his, was kind of tall, tried to intimidate him, and then all of a sudden his roommate comes out, and his roommate is huge. His roommate's like, he's like a big Indian guy, and he's like 6 foot something, and he's like over 300 pounds, he's like 300 and I don't know, but he's huge. So he comes out and he's all, what's going on? What's the problem? Oh, the guy goes, oh, no problem. Yeah. Well, of course not. Once he saw the roommate, he's all like, oh, and the other guy's all like, hey, I'm not messing with him. So he's like, oh, yeah, we better go. Yeah, we'll see you in court, buddy. So we saw him in court, and he didn't get a lawyer. He thought he was gonna, talk his way out. I mean, it was 2 guys against 1. Both of us saw it was a red light when we're turning left, and that's the way it is over there in Arizona. You pull in the middle, and then once it turns red, traffic always stopped. That's why when you were in Arizona back then, you would notice that when the green light would turn on, nobody would move. They would wait because there's going to be people passing, turning. And that's the way it always was. Well, this guy ran the damn red light, you know, and so he was at fault. So the judge, and then he asked me, well, what was the color of the light? I told him, we pulled in the middle on the yellow, and then right when it turned red, he started turning left, and then when he started turning left, then I saw the headlights coming, and I told him step on it. He stepped on it, and boom, he hit us, flung us around, and he flipped over and everything, and then I left two indentations underneath the dash, because the dash back then was all made out of aluminum, no plastic back then. Everything is made out of metal or aluminum. I left my arm imprinted in the door right there, and then underneath the dash, my knees left two imprints, in there. I was let me see, 17. I was gonna be 18. No, I think I was 18 years old at the time when this happened. So I'm like, man, I might have died in that accident. If you wouldn't have stepped on it, I probably wouldn't have been here anymore. So thank God there's a God and everything. But yeah, it was crazy. And then so the judge goes, okay, and then and they caught the cop was up there, and they told him, asked him how fast, with all the evidence they had, yeah, the guy was speeding. Guy ran the red. He lost. I mean, he ended up having to pay for everything. My friend's car, the axle was all bent, so I needed a whole new rear axle. So he got his car fixed. It was drivable, like, just because we ended up driving it back to the apartments, but it was all sideways. The tire was all like going crazy. See, there's some farm equipment, but at least they got the road on the side and the dirt. Or else I'd have to be slowing down for these guys. Yeah, so the guy, he thought he was gonna get away with it, but nope, he lost. And then it was funny because yeah, it's so true that what they say, because I could see everything in slow motion. I mean, it was like you were seeing a movie in your mind. Everything all slowed down, and then it was like boom, and it sped up like that. But you would see it in your mind in slow motion. Everything like whoa, kind of like when they show you a movie, like in the movies, an accident, they're showing you that slow motion. That's how you see it in your mind. Believe me. So if you're ever in a head-on collision, I could imagine, as they say, your life flashes before you die, and you're gonna see that car coming at you and the headlights, and you're probably gonna feel some pain for a second. But if you get like instant death right there, head-on collision, I would think. But like I said, I mean, I witnessed it, firsthand, how it feels to be in a car accident, and it was a pretty big one. I mean, it was like, wow, and like I said, back then, cars were made out of heavy metal. They don't give like now. You crash a car and it's like an accordion. It gets all like crunched. The front end gets all crunched. The back gets all crunched. Everything's plastic. Everything's rubber. Everything's foam. You got airbags. You got seat belts. Back then, the only thing you had was a lap belt, and that was like, as they say, worthless, because it wouldn't really hold you. It would pretty much mess up your insides, because if you didn't wear it properly, because what it was supposed to do, it was supposed to be flat on your lap, so when you would crash, it wouldn't go into your gut, because see, the seatbelt, when it's like under your stomach, it's gonna squeeze your insides, you're just gonna mess up your insides. So it's supposed to be on your lap, is what it is. It's supposed to be on your lap, and then your hips. Your hips are what your hips are what it basically holds. You know, so that's the way a seatbelt should fit you. It's supposed to be right on your hips. People don't wear the seatbelt properly. They're gonna get injured, even with these new seatbelts. But then now you have airbags. They're gonna slam you in the face, especially if you have glasses. And the best thing if you're gonna hit a wall or anything is cross your arms in front of your chest. Like this, kind of like. That way the airbag's gonna hit your arms, not hit your face as much. And it might, because you're gonna. I seen people that have gotten hit in the face with the airbag, and they got a damn, like somebody punched them in the nose. Basically, it knocks you out. Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to save your life, but it hits you pretty hard. But yeah, it was crazy, that accident. I was like, dang, it's like, but yeah, I survived it. Sometimes, as they say, you have your guardian angel saves your life from getting injured worse. But yeah, it was like, man, if you wouldn't have stepped on it, I mean, good thing, it had one of those gigantic engines where you step on the gas and that shit's gonna move. It's not gonna stand still. So yeah, it was crazy accident. I was like, whoa. So yeah, let's see who's in here. Let's see, it was Rob Black, Bud, True. What's up, True? Venus Martinez. Yes. Go check her out. Hey, Fluffy from down under. Welcome. How's it going? How's the weather over there in Australia? Yes, Australia. I believe it's winter time over there, isn't it? Or no? Oh no, it's going to become summer, I believe. Yeah, because you guys are upside down from us. Yeah, we're going to be going into winter, and you're going into summer, I think. Yep. Well, thank you, everybody that came in. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to share out the live. If you missed it, you can go back and rewatch it. Everybody have a good one. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And God bless everybody. And have a good one. And like he says, call your mama, tell her you love her, because you don't know how long you're going to have her. And till next time, guys. Bye-bye.